Afternoon to you all. I pray that you're feeling blessed and highly favored on today. Getting right into things, man. And I brought this up about a month ago when the clip first had dropped, but I felt now it's kind of the time to kind of reintroduce the topic once again, so to speak. And that particular topic is as far as what is the difference between Terrance Gangsta Williams and Clifford T.I.P. Harris. First off, let's deal with the obvious. Let's restate the obvious. Of course, we have one gentleman who's a multi-platinum recording artist, really kind of a legendary rapper. As far as from the South, I wouldn't necessarily consider him the king by no stretch, but he definitely put in his work throughout the years and is definitely one of the top artists to ever come up out the South. So you can't take that from him. Shout out to T.I. And on the other hand, we have one that is more famously known for being the brother of Birdman. But when you really look at the history of a Gangsta Williams, one who's really a legend to the streets of New Orleans. And so, of course, with that being said, he's the originator of the Hot Boys, initially coined the name, known for doing all type of big stepping, you dig, known for basically funding the Hot Boys in their initial states, really just kind of being a breadwinner for the organization and just kind of doing this thing, really standing on business and serving, I believe, like 27 years. So really just did a long stretch. And so everything that kind of has came with the gangster lifestyle, he's really kind of embodied the name. He's been shot, he's dished it out, received it, walked the penitentiary yard. So when you really say gangster, I feel like he earned that name. Now, more recently, while these two names have became so closely associated with each other or synonymous with each other, is simply due to the fact that Boosie had a lot to say when Terrance Gangsta Williams first came home. As far as even if you telling on the dead, you lose all your stripes, this, that, and the third. Man, how you gonna do that, man? Man, folks look up to you, man. We got them, man. Folks respected you, man. They was right about your name down there in Angola, man. Boosie had this whole big thing to say about how bro came home and what he did to actually get home, this, that, and the third. But everyone in the industry knows that Boosie and T.I. is friends, even to the point to where they have a joint album actually about to drop, or that was set to drop. But they sons hang out with each other. They always doing little Instagram videos and shit. So they was real partners, real close. And so recently it came out, and T.I. actually said this out of his own mouth, that he told on his dead cousin to be the case. The same exact thing that Terrance Gangsta Williams did. And on top of that, it's long been rumored that T.I. has been a snitch because, with him being a felon and all them guns that he got caught with, prior to that, he actually purchased them from a federal agent and did a year in jail and got out. But folks kind of whisked past that, if you will, and I really didn't say much about it. And so it's long been a lot of rumors around the name of a T.I. But the main thing, or the main breakdown to me as to the difference between the two of them, is one is favored and one is not. And that's simply what it boils down to me. It appears as if in this hip-hop community that if you are favored, if you are friends with the right people, then you are exempt. You are excused from certain binding rules that everyone else must adhere or apply to. You're exempt from those. You don't have to follow that. Even if you did you said in a joking manner and outed that information on yourself, folks are still to rock with you, because when you do it, it's not snitching. But when Terrance Gangsta Williams did it, he's a certified rat. This is crazy to me. What's good for the goose is good for the gander. Last time I checked. So if this person did the same thing and then you turn around, is the pot calling the kettle black? And so, of course, T.I. hasn't really said nothing on Terrance Gangsta Williams. He can't really speak on ratting in the industry or nothing like that, because I think deep down he know what he is. But the fact that Boosie would still do a tape with T.I. and ain't came out and said nothing, a bad mouth T.I., called him a rat, snitch, this, that, and the third. But when Terrance Gangsta Williams came home, he had all this to say about the man, and he actually from the same home state as you and really done put in some work and is a real gangster. You say this about this man after serving 27 years in jail. Dang, he can't. He told on the dead, and he's a certified rat. And T.I. ain't did down to no time, and he not a rat. I don't understand it. That's why oftentimes I just be feeling like black folks need to shut up, man, because we so inconsistent in our judgment, this, that, and the third, that to the point where it's ridiculous. And I honestly feel like if Gangsta came home and Birdman was rocking with him and hadn't said nothing about it, then it wouldn't have been nothing. He would have been embraced by the community as a whole. And these aren't the first. These are just people that are in the limelight. But everybody has folks in their family that's done told or that's done did certain things, and they still embrace. You're not slapping them when you see them at cookouts and shit like that. You know what I mean? You just, you might keep your distance from them, but you still have love for them because it's your family. Everybody got to play the little favoritism game at times, and so that's why it's kind of hard just to go in on straight snitch K, rat K. You know what I mean? But again, I did a segment live on snitching as a whole as to just what it means. That it's not more so of a gangster thing. It's not a mob thing. It's just an integrity thing. So oftentimes to me, the act of it is just dishonorable as a whole, and it bears the weight of one who is unable to hold himself accountable, that of a hater. I got caught, but no, I want to shift the blame on you to fuck up what you got going on to save my own skin. It's just ridiculous to me, So to me, it's just not a manly thing to do. But I think it's kind of subjective when you kind of speak on it, and based on who you speaking to. Granted, you got your flat rules out that of what you're never supposed to do, but there ain't somebody like Gangsta just to tell on his dead partners after doing 27 years. Based in comparison to other Stone Cold rats that I know, he's probably on the low end of the spectrum, to where that's still kind of questionable to me. And so, but my biggest thing is, if you're gonna go this hard on the Terrance Gangsta Williams just because he's not favored in the industry and Birdman basically ain't, it's became popular or cool not to like him or not to rock with him, you gotta give T.I. the same treatment, man. You know what I mean? Just because he got a couple more doors open to him, he cool with some white folks, he can get you a bag. Hey man, he still gotta be labeled a rat too. That's just my take on it though, man. Y'all jump in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think. Of course, certainly, everyone on the sound of my voice be blessed. And until next time, take care.